Welcome to Reality Court. I'm Ace Fanning, host of the Sister Wives podcast, Love Should Be Multiplied, Not Divided. Here with my partner in crime, Anna Quincoces, former Real Housewife of Miami, host of the true crime podcast, Dial M for Miami. And today we are joined by, for the very first time, and hopefully not last time, we have our first guest, and he's a comedian, writer, podcast host, sexy, beautiful, intelligent, inspiration, some may say, philanthropist, mover and shaker in Hollywood. I think that about covers everything.
And humble, you know,
humble,
he's really humble.
Very humble.
And I have to say that I have not been this excited in a long time because you two are by far the funniest people I know.
I'll take it.
And it just gets my kind of humor. I don't know if this is, you know, I think the whole world will discover this now, but I fell in love with Ace, and his wife understands what I mean by that because I could be his mom, because he has this podcast on Sister Wives, and I just couldn't get enough of him. And then Justin and I have been matched on a Fluis, and it's always such a great time. He always makes me look good, and then, you know, all the comments. I've never seen this, Justin. This is a very unique situation because even on Reddit, the chumps are notoriously not that nice. And they attack everyone without exception, even Carney Wilson, except you. What's your secret?
Oh, well, thank you for that lovely introduction.
You're welcome.
I feel, I don't know. I don't have time for BS anymore.
Yeah, but
That was kind of my thing, and I don't let comments affect me.
Nobody
anymore.
says anything bad about you. Is that the secret?
And
that
they
you
never
when you
will.
stop caring?
I feel like my goal in life is to get to a place where I don't care what people say about me, but I don't think I'll
But
ever
you
get
care
there.
so much.
I don't think I'll ever
Well,
get
because
there.
I had
a
it
lot.
so much last year with another podcaster where it just went way out of line. So now I feel like nothing can
Right.
really get
We
me.
know what you're talking about.
Yes. Guys, this
Yeah.
is Justin Martindale, host of the Just Saying
Thank you.
podcast. He is a beautiful human being, and we're so excited that he agreed to come on as our very first guest. Now, Justin,
Yes.
in this courtroom, obviously, like, you're probably not as intelligent as me and Anna. You know, like, I'm basically
Thank you.
an attorney myself via Law and Order SVU, you know, those kind of situations. I've watched
Suits.
By proxy.
Yes.
By proxy.
Don't forget
Yes.
suits.
Yes. And, you know, Anna has a little bit of history with the law. It's whatever. It's not that exciting.
I dabbled.
But basically, we have you here today because we are going to give you our best reality TV stories that are happening right now. And we want you to weigh in on how you feel about them. Are these people guilty? Are they not guilty? Are you just going to yell habeas corpus, which is something that I tend to do a lot just because I learned it from Legally Blonde. I don't really know what it means, but that's just, you know, that's the way the show's going to work.
Yeah, feel free to scream out or yell out random legal terminology that you have.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's definitely
Please.
my forte.
I
Yeah.
actually have a list of words I have that are legal jargon, like affidavit, burden of proof, bench warrant. So just know, like, if I seem really smart, it's just my list.
I thought those were just drag names.
Drag name.
They work as well. Justin, have you ever
Welcome to the
watched
stage, bench warrant.
Have you ever watched
What's that?
Sister Wives?
No.
Okay. Well, my very
I know.
first story, and that's okay. It's okay. Lots of people aren't
Yeah.
watching it. And honestly, I think the people who are watching it are mentally disturbed because this show has been it's on its 19th season. Nothing has ever happened. It is the
I know.
driest, most boring show in the entire world. And even now, like, things are
So are
happening.
the wives.
Yeah. It's like now that the
The driest of women.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think everyone there's
The
got
dryness of women.
dry turkeys.
The driest.
You know,
Now,
is that a menopausal joke? Because it must be directed at me.
No, it's a polygamous joke.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's
Okay.
too many to keep up.
that's right. That's right. It's nothing to do with vaginal dryness or anything like that.
Nothing.
No,
Okay,
no.
Nothing.
These ladies are wet. So So Mary Brown is Cody Brown's very first wife. Okay, she's the OG sister wife. She's always the like real sad one. She's just always really boring, and she's the one you may remember from years ago. She got involved in a catfishing situation. She thought she was meeting this hot, young, beautiful guy, and then it's like you look at Mary and you're like, why'd you think he would ever be interested in you?
Yeah.
But now Cody's divorced all of his
By the way,
wives.
let him know it was some fat chick.
Yeah, it was some awful fat chick in the middle of like Oklahoma pretending to be, and Mary fell hard. And yeah, it's a lot. But Cody is now divorced all of his wives except for the last one. She was the fit one who joined later on. Her name's Robin. She's not fit anymore, but she was for a period of time. But Mary Brown, the OG wife, he has not had sex with her in at least 10 years, 10 years minimum. But she has been holding on this entire time. And finally, he had to be like, listen, I'm not coming. Either way, I'm not coming either way.
Okay.
I'm not going to be there. I don't want you in my life. I hate you. Essentially is what he's saying. And so she finally gets the clue and she's like, oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go now. But it's, you know, when you break up with somebody or you see someone go through a breakup and they're like, never been happier. You know, I'm so happy with everything.
Single life.
Yes, that is what Mary's doing right now on Instagram. She is posting all of these reels that are supposed to be funny and they're just embarrassing. And it's so sad to just watch her be like, I've never been happier in my life now that he left me. You know, have you ever done this, Justin?
He left you 10 years ago.
No, I've never done that. But she needs to level up. Also, I think.
She calls it worthy up.
Enough. Enough. Like, stop. It's Monday.
Have you ever posted a passive aggressive post? I mean, I know you're very happily engaged now, and it's a different situation. But in your
I don't think I've done like a passively. No, I have. I probably I've done a passively aggressive, but not like in a relationship, just to kind of like spite someone or just kind of ruffle some feathers. But I've never done like a thirst trap. Honestly, I can say that I've never. No, I have. I take it back. But it was for me and me only, you know. Well, but then
you're saying
it got like 2 likes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're saying
it doesn't really
thirst
count.
trap. And when I say this ain't thirst traps, like she's telling people that she's like found her worth in life and she's being super petty and trying to poke fun. And it's like all of America's laughing at you, Mary. Like we know that you didn't leave for so long. And finally he had to give you the boot, which is so sad. So, I mean, is she guilty or is this just what a woman who has not had sex in over 10 years and has been holding on just does? Like, do we release her of these charges?
Yes, I think this is a fair pass. The desert is praying for rain. Okay. You know, she just wants some sort of attention. And if the best way to do that, I think, is the internet and social media.
Yeah, I think that's the most mature way to do it for sure. I think that she's, you know, I came here ready to just scorch her, but you've changed my mind. You're absolutely right. And that's
that easy. You're such a listen, I'm holding her hand to the fire because she's not that dumb. She's like up high with LuLaRoe leggings, you know. She sells those things and she's like top of the tier there in that multi-marketing thing. So she's not that stupid. He hasn't wanted her in a long time. She's like said, I'm waiting, and he's like, I'm not coming. I just think she's using the opportunity to just extend her story. Don't you understand? She has no purpose on there. So it's just now that she's willing to admit that it's over. So now she's got, I don't know how many more seasons, you know, of talking about the fact that it's over and now it's finally over. And we're just sitting here going, it's been over forever.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's not that dumb. So I don't
Justin,
know.
I think you would look good in a LuLaRoe legging.
Me?
Well, thank you. I get that a lot.
Yes, I assume so. Yeah.
But also, can we start like a spinoff show, like the Sister Wives Bachelorette or something?
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Well, one of them is already married. One's already remarried. Okay. One is very asexual, like she's not wanting it anywhere. And then we have Mary, which is just like, you know, not great.
Yeah. And then you know, and I don't know the whole premise of the show of love should be multiplied, not divided.
Right.
It's all divided.
As it all falls apart.
Yeah.
Anna,
and they keep going.
you have some charges that you need to bring to the courtroom. Who are you charging? What's the story?
I do. I am going to charge several people,
shit.
but you know, I'm going to start with Kristin Cavallari. I know that this is not my best story, but she is going around saying that Kanye West is an Illuminati clone. And so is Britney Spears. And now this has been said before. And apparently Kanye himself has said, if you ever see me around not behaving like myself and just kind of something a little off about me, it's not me.
Oh.
Now,
I mean, wow.
Yeah. And then recently there was also discussion that his wife was leaving him. So I don't know if this is all connected. Like this is not the same Kanye anymore. And or is Kristin Cavallari just trying to get attention because her little boy toy Mark Estes and her broke up?
Okay.
I think the latter.
Before we get into talking about the Illuminati, just to cover our bases, I would like to thank Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce, for all that you've done to inspire. Beyonce. You know, I just want to make sure we're covered. I don't want Justin getting canceled or missing or anything like that. You know,
that's actually the name of this episode. Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce. That's right. That's right. I agree.
You know, the thing is with Kanye is just like we know he's not all there. So it's like, what is the real Kanye? Have we ever known the real Kanye?
I don't think I've ever known the real Kanye. I feel like he changed.
Doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
Justin, have you been invited to the Illuminati? You know, you live in West Hollywood. Is that?
Yes, I have. You know what's actually really funny is that I did get a text message from the Illuminati, which I was like, oh, thank you, finally.
Oh.
And I told my mom, or I screenshot it and sent it to my mom. And my mom, you know, she's of a certain age. She's living in New Mexico right now. And she's like, she goes, oh, they've been trying to get me for years. And I was like, really, Mom?
But you did get it? You did get an email from Illuminati or Scientology?
Not an email. It was like spam, clearly. Oh, no, Scientology. I still get the girls, the people who lived in this building before me, I think were Scientologists, and we get Scientology mail. Have you seen Scientology mail? I have no idea. I had no idea. Oh, the Scientology mail is next level. If I when I come back on, I'll find a Scientology pamphlet. Please, it's wild.
Please.
No, so, I live in suburbia.
L. Ron Hubbard.
I live in suburbia. The only things we get in the mail, the excitement here right now is we just opened a new grocery store. So I wish that we had Scientology so close, but unfortunately that's just the life I live. It's
this is boring. In Peoria, Arizona.
Yeah, you don't even know where that is.
I know Illinois. I didn't know there was in Arizona.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know. It's depressing. Yeah. I think Kristin Cavallari is just seeking attention. I think, but I mean, what are we all doing in life? You know, I feel like we're all doing that.
Yeah. And I think that week after week, I've noticed she comes up with something really outrageous to kind of, and she's getting press. Listen, she's getting in Page 6, she's getting on TMZ. So maybe we should come up with some shit like that.
Well, there's a new trend happening, and I've seen it with not only Kristin Cavallari, but I've seen it with a lot of comedians as well. Like some of my colleagues, where they will go online and they will kind of get in this weird kind of QAnon / conspiracy theory clips because they know that people will get talking. But at the end of the day, it makes them look batshit crazy.
Right.
So it's like, what are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah.
You're just adding fuel to the fire. We all know Britney Spears isn't a clone, but Kanye, whatever, stop. It's just, it is ridiculous. I will say though, out of all the conspiracies, whether they're in pop culture, politics, whatever, I will say that my favorite one right now is the Thank You Beyonce, because I'm like, that's just
because it's been so many years. There's been
it's
a
so
lot of
wild
evidence.
It's so wild that people like just imagining the thought of people going up on stage and being like, "Thank you, Beyonce," and Beyonce's like, "You live another day." You know,
Yeah.
like
Did you see that there's a conspiracy theory now that one of her songs is basically her confessing to murdering Jay-Z's
Sia?
mistress? Yeah.
Wait,
He
who's
had
Rihanna?
mistress?
So Jay-Z apparently had this mistress. Obviously, I'm not prepared at
Becky
all.
with the
you
good
know?
hair.
It was Becky with the good hair, but her name wasn't Becky. And they think that Blue Ivy is actually his or Jay-Z's daughter with his mistress. Beyonce had her killed, and then Beyonce took on Blue Ivy, and that's why she had the fake pregnancy belly on Ellen or whatever she was on.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the Australian television show.
Yes. Yeah. So, I
Honestly,
That's
mean,
interesting.
I'm not here to spread rumors and lies and gossip, but I did hear, Justin, that you are currently dating Kanye West. Is that correct?
I'm what?
Dating Kanye West?
Oh yes, Kanye and I have been happy. I actually murdered Julia Fox to be closer to Kanye.
And that's why they're getting divorced. But are you dating
Yes,
the clone or the real Kanye?
I'm not going to tell you guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
No.
Respect his
I'll let
privacy.
everyone
Yourself.
figure it out. Yeah,
I like that.
I'm just a person. I want to live my life authentically, and I'll do what I want.
Please, no questions. Please. Guys, in the comments, do not be asking Justin questions about his relationship with Kanye. Please, we need to
Yeah.
respect his privacy.
Just please. It's just I can fix him. I can fix him.
You're so right. You're so
You
fucking
think
right.
so? I have said that about 25 men in my life.
If I can, could you imagine if I like fixed Kanye West? Everyone's like, "What happened?" Oh, this comedian in LA like totally fixed him. I did see him and the girlfriend who
Bianca.
doesn't wear clothes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did see them out in public once. It was kind of wild. I saw them at the Chateau Marmont, and that poor girl, my God, just naked in a lobby. I'm just
And
like,
and not self-conscious at all about it, though.
yeah,
Did she look good?
He looked fine. You know why? Because he had clothes on. This poor
But
thing
what
was
about
just.
her? How did she look?
She was wearing like maybe a see-through tarp from Hobby Lobby and
Beautiful.
was just literally standing in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
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 Justin,
And
I
just
don't know if you know
and
this.
looked wet.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the worst. Hobby Lobby has discontinued their 40% off coupon. So I'm guessing she had to pay full price for that, which is just ridiculous. Let's move on
I
to
know.
someone else who's a real piece of shit. And that's Tamra Judge, Real Housewives of Orange County. She has come out and then retracted that she has been diagnosed as on the spectrum. Now, a lot of people think this is Tamra's way of, going back a little bit on some of the things she's done this season. People are saying this is because she can't get baptized again. And then she had to come back and say, well, I actually wasn't diagnosed because you guys all realized that couldn't be true. And instead, they said that I may be on the spectrum. How are you feeling about this, Justin?
Are you kidding me? Wait, I didn't know she retracted the spectrum comment.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so she went
retracted it
out.
where?
Well, she didn't fully retract it. She said, well, they didn't fully diagnose me. They just said that, like, hey, you may have some characteristics that could put you on the spectrum. We're going to have to further assess the situation.
No, you're just a bitch. Like, that's it.
I mean, listen,
That's it.
what I have noticed with Housewives and just generally the whole franchise is just it's gotten so ugly because people they know it's not even that they want to do this, it's almost required. You've got to attack people and try to destroy their lives, but when you've gone just too far, then you either get fake cancer or you get some kind of disease, Lyme disease. I'm not speaking about anybody in particular, but I have to say, like, and trying to get just people feeling badly for you, and you'll use family members like, and I know this might be politically incorrect and I might get canceled, but Erin from Real Housewives of New York, okay, yes, trimming her hair a little bit in support of her mother's cancer. Oh. Right? I just thought, but it was just like a little trim. And somebody goes, I like your hair. And she's like, it's not just any haircut. And then she goes, I'm going to wear a wig too. And it's this gorgeous flowing mane. And it's like, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people. If you want to support, shave your head. Shave your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
I've had
If
a
you're
lot
not
of
going to
friends.
go all the way, then sit down.
Right. And
You're
I
Okay.
know
not
that-
supporting it. Yeah.
She just wanted to do
Yeah.
a long bob, and she was like, well, I guess this is my opportunity.
Yes.
And if it
Yes.
looks
She
bad, I
wanted
have
a
a
lob.
reason why.
She
Yeah.
wanted a lob, and if it didn't work out and people didn't like it, it's like, I'm just supporting my mother.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm over it. So I think this is
the
consistent with that. She's trying
Yeah.
to get, the audience hates her. They hate her so much. So I think
Here's
it's
the thing.
offensive to people who are on the spectrum.
It totally is. And I
Yeah.
think it was totally, she knew what was happening because I've been watching this season. I love this season. And I feel like I liked Tamra Judge. I wasn't like a big OC Housewives fan. And then I saw Tamra on Traders and I was like, oh, she's fun. And then I watched this season and I was like, oh no, I don't like this woman at all. I don't like what she's been doing to Shannon. I don't like just the lying and the manipulating and the like telling everybody their business and then covering it up with this like holier than thou, I'm a Christian attitude. Like if you're a good Christian, you don't have to tell everybody how good of a Christian you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
As a good
someone
Christian,
who
I
grew up
understand.
in Texas, yes, I was like, I know what a good Christian is, but like I just think she knew it was coming out because of this week's episode where she gets caught lying, she gets caught telling everybody like, different things. and she
Swearing
gets
on
caught
her kids'
red-handed.
lives. Wow. That
But
was a
that's
low
just like-
moment.
Yeah.
What a piece of trash. Like the fact that she uses that moment to be like, I swear on my kids' lives. And then Jen's like, actually, and it's like, bloop. I'm like, immediately her kids turned to dust and
They're
flew
gone.
away.
They're gone.
Like the fact that you said that on camera and you got caught in a lie, I'm like, how embarrassing for you. And I think she used this 2T's moment to be like, oh my God, Teddy, I'm on the spectrum. And Teddy's like, what? And she used that to cover her bad behavior and also making a mockery of what it is to be on the spectrum by saying like, oh, my actions were so horrible because I'm on the spectrum. No, bitch.
And
And the
Oh,
thing
I
is
hate
that
her.
She won't give up. She won't come and say something even remotely, I don't know,
Apologetic?
really, truly apologetic.
Yeah.
She just points a finger at everybody else, and it's like,
Well,
I am just
her
not
excuse
interested in
was
her.
that she was so emotionally charged after this therapy session. And then she jumped on 2T's 15 minutes later and she was just
Of course.
still so jumbled up from everything. And that's
Yeah.
why she said it. I mean, she's never to blame for anything. I always wonder,
And let me
like,
tell you,
how does Eddie do it? You know, like, I know that they do a lot of anal, and so maybe that's worth staying around for. But
what's the thing with Eddie? I know, I don't know where I've been, but people say that Eddie is gay.
Justin, have you seen Eddie at Equinox at all? Or
No.
Okay.
Or-
I haven't seen any.
Or at High
Equinox.
Tops?
No, not at High Tops either. I wish. I mean, it's funny because I don't get gay vibes from Eddie. I just think I get like hollowed individual vibes.
Yeah.
I just think
Like
he's just
she's
kind of like
stolen his soul.
just like numb. Like even at the dinner party, where Tamara's just shit faced, but yet she's been making fun of Shannon for being drunk, like and making a bad decision. But meanwhile, she can get blacked out at a dinner party and be like, "The FBI, how's that going?" And Eddie's just looking at her like, "Please stop it, stop!" Like it
And
yeah,
he's stuck now. He's stuck, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of stuck. The lifestyle,
Yeah,
I-
and Tamara's just like, we have a sex chair at our house. It's like, girl, shut up.
no,
Dude, this is
I'm over Tamra Judge. But then
Me too.
here's the thing, and this is I'm such a fickle friend like this. The second they get rid of her, I'm gonna be like, wow, there goes the fucking show, you idiots.
There's the show. We're done.
You think so?
We're done.
You think so? I don't know. What about Alexis?
Oh God.
I mean, do you like we hate her?
Yeah.
But I would want to see next season what happens.
Yeah.
The thing with Alexis
mean-
is like I watch her and I literally feel myself become more and more stupid.
True.
Yeah, she's really dumb.
Yeah.
She's
True.
really, really dumb.
And then, of course, the text message that was revealed from 2018, and you're like, I think she's just running on empty with this whole thing. You know, it's just like, okay, where are we getting? Because every episode, it's just the same old shit. And she's like, I extended an olive branch, and she wouldn't accept it. It's like, what do you
Yeah.
expect? What do you
This is,
expect? You've
and
dragged
what is
poor
John?
like
Why
Shannon
is
through the
John?
mud.
What is John with the housewives? I
What
mean, I
is
don't even
John?
understand it.
I will say though,
Why
like,
does he do that?
I'm here for John just because well,
Really?
no, not in like a supportive
Connie
way.
J?
Not in a supportive way. In just like, I love how desperate you are to be on the show, and then you continually say like, oh, I'm a private guy, I want to be, and then we see you on a red
Right.
carpet talking about the show more.
Yeah.
It's depressing. So
This is what happens when you accept all the cookies. You know what I mean? Don't press
Yeah.
I accept all the cookies.
oh, I
Pick the
always
cookies
do.
you
I
want.
always accept all the cookies. I have no idea what the cookies
No.
are and what they mean.
Right. Well, this
And
is
I'm-
what happens. This is
And
what
I'm
happens.
so over her. I'm so over her saying like, "Well, I get railed 6 times a night by John Jay." I'm like, "Girl, you're on camera. Like, stop. No, that
Yeah.
doesn't happen."
Your kids are gonna watch this. Okay, so I think we all
Ugh.
find Tamra guilty. I think we all find Alexis and Johnny J guilty. I mean, there's a lot of people going here. I want to talk about another story. Love is Blind. Are you watching, Justin?
No,
Oh.
I loved the first. I think it was like the first 2 or 3 seasons, and it is so off the rails now. I think the experiment is over.
Mhm.
I think everybody knows now what they're going in for camera time, for, you know, to be the hot topic of the week, whatever. So no, I think Love is Blind is over.
Yeah, no, I feel like this. I mean, Love is Blind. We're starting to get into like Helen Keller territory here because it is so bad. Every single person, like, we're watching the show and the show's extremely boring. And then we're finding out all this stuff about people behind the scenes that's happening off
Yeah.
camera. And that's where the real show is. So there's this guy on there. His name's Tyler. And he comes across like he's this really great guy. We're all like rallying around him. And we're like, oh, love this guy. I think he's a great guy. And then he tells his girlfriend, well, fiance, he's like, hey, just so you know, I was actually a sperm donor for this lesbian couple that I know. And they had some kids. And she was like, well, fuck, I wish you maybe would have told me that earlier. But like, okay, we can get past that. Well, that's not the full story. He was a sperm donor once for the lesbian couple. Then the lesbian couple broke up. And then he got into a relationship with one of the lesbians. They had sex and ended up having 2 more kids together.
So now there's 3.
And they call him dad, and he's got pictures with them. Like, he's basically wearing like a #1 dad shirt with the kids. And it's just like, oh, and he says like, oh, they don't really know me or anything like that. So yeah.
Ugh.
Can you imagine you're watching your dad? You're like, oh, Dad, I'm so excited to see you on Love is Blind. And then he's like, yeah, I don't know these fucking kids.
Wow, that's crazy.
The way I feel about Love is Blind, it's like you just look at these people and you're like, who hurt you? Like,
I know.
who did this to you? Like, why are you here?
Isn't that great
and
television?
this guy,
It is good television, but it's also like that's why I loved the first 2 seasons, because everybody kind of went in not knowing
Right.
like how this worked out. And now everyone knows that like, oh, there can actually be a villain on this season. There, like, everyone's kind of taken the reality format and turned it into Love is Blind. There was the one guy who's like, I don't know if it was last year or something, where they found out that he was married before or married during the experiment. It's just, it's so stupid. And I think anybody will do anything for a little bit of camera time. And
but
then
isn't
when
that
people
what's
find
happening
out,
generally on reality TV? Like,
yeah,
the formats are becoming so predictable, and then you were
yes,
bored, and then you escalate and escalate
hmm
until you become Tamra, you know?
hmm
And I used to like love it. But I have to say that sometimes it's just, I don't know, I'm just not that guy anymore.
Oh,
I'm not going to
well,
just watch.
that's a depressing
it's
life
too
to live.
much.
it's true,
What?
because now I'm watching these shows and I'm like looking at like how the producers are editing it. Like, we're
Yeah,
watching Salt Lake and I'm like, oh, Lisa Barlow's the villain this season. Got it. Like, it's so
right. It is
predictable
predictable.
now.
It is predictable.
Both of you are guilty right now, and I am very upset because
Why?
because I love Housewives, and I just want to live in a world
I do
where
too.
Housewives is
He doesn't
real,
have anything to do.
and it's
Yeah.
you know it's
Well, he's in Peoria, Illinois. What is he gonna do?
Right, exactly. So he's got
Go
to
to a
watch
Hobby
this shit,
Lobby?
and it's
Yeah.
like,
I'm not going to Hobby Lobby anymore. There's no coupons. I can't afford the real shit.
you still have your Kohl's cash.
That's right. All right, Anna, bring us home with one more of your stories that's going on this week.
Okay, well, so apparently Corey Beerman is
Croy Beerman. God,
Croy,
she is.
Croy. I'm really
Croy.
bad with names. Let me just give you the background here of who I am. Completely out of touch. Forget people's names and just not really with it. Like I'm just starting to get the very demure, very mindful
Oh,
thing. You know what I
God.
mean? I just heard about that. It took me
Uh-huh.
like 3 days to understand what a pick-me girl was. So
Anna, the
Oh,
demure
wow. It mocked
thing
me.
is what Mary Brown is doing on Instagram right now. And I just made fun of her because I'm like, that happened weeks ago. We're not there anymore. So I'm glad to know that at least someone's on her side of the internet.
Yeah. No, I'm not on her side. But
Okay, so what's happening with Corey
Croy
Beerman?
and Kim Zolciak,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You know, they have a very contentious divorce going, and apparently they're still living in the same house because they got no money anymore. And he is spying on her from inside her closet.
That reminds
Okay.
me of R. Kelly's song In the Closet.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
was-
well,
trapped in the
he's
closet.
spying from inside her closet. She found him asleep in the closet, which is how she knows. He's also taking some of her things and selling them on, well, probably not the real because it's not real,
Right.
but like
No.
on like one of those other Poshmarks or Offer Up or Come Get It Right Now, bitch, or whatever.
Facebook
And-
Get it right now,
Marketplace.
bitch. Yes.
Yeah. And
Gross. Craigslist.
no, I feel like if you don't no longer want to be with somebody, like you will go like Janelle from Sister Wives and get a little trailer in the middle of Coyote Pass. These
Ugh, the
people,
dream.
they are thriving off each other's toxicity, and it's almost like they can't cut the cord. You know, I think that they just want to be together in this pathetic thing because neither one of them have anything going on. But for the story of their divorce and all these little picadillos of, oh, he's hiding this, he's selling this, he ate all the spam, whatever it is, they've got nothing to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Corey/Croy Beerman, ex NFL player, big guy. You know, I'm shocked. I don't think he can hide anywhere. That to me is like the most shocking part of this entire story. Is like he's hiding in the closet. Like, is he just hiding behind like her fake furs and shit like that? Like, I'm just curious how the logistics of this work. Where is he at?
Is he Michael Myers? What's going
Yeah.
on? That's
Yeah.
terrifying. That's so
That is
scary.
terrifying. That is
Yeah.
terrifying. Yeah. So
Why? Like,
don't
if you
know.
said that she can see him in there while she's sleeping.
no, she caught him because he was asleep. Because he manages to get in and out, slips in and out of the closet when she is not watching, so that he
I
can
don't
know
like
what's
that.
happening in the bedroom situation.
Honestly,
Like whether
I
she's
mean,
rubbing one off or like she's whatever.
there's a lot of guys who slip in and out of the closet, you know, and it's just,
Fair.
you know,
That's fair.
respect his privacy. Honestly, we're not here to out anybody. You know, if that's what he's gonna do, that's what he's gonna do. In and out.
And
I'm
so he
sorry,
gets
but
zero
if I came home and like someone was asleep in my closet, I'm gonna grab a hammer or call the cops, whichever order, and like how no, that's next level terrifying.
I just
Like,
think they want to be together. They keep reducing the house. Somebody
all
would
they
have thought it
have.
by now. I really do. I really
Yeah.
think that they are milking this, and then there's going to
Yes,
be
absolutely.
when it's really, really bad and really, really like just completely toxic. They're going to have some reconciliation and try to get a new show out of it.
Oh, well, I've been waiting for a show. I'm like, why is Bravo not picking up the cameras yet? You know, I'm sure it's a liability, but
I think it's a liability for sure.
well, let's bring
Like,
it to TLC then. They don't give a shit, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Give it to Puddle Monkey.
Somebody. I just
Ooh.
feel like,
Puddle Monkey.
wow, that would be amazing. Justin, I want
Yes.
to let you know that I find you guilty of being an incredible first guest. You know, we have
thank you.
loved having you. I think that you're so beautiful to look at. I think that you're so beautiful to
thank you.
listen to. I think you're an inspiration, a philanthropist.
Okay, Croy, get back in the closet.
Oh my
You know-
God. So thank you for being here. Thank you, Anna, for being
sure.
here. Appreciate you all. Thank you guys for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, go and leave us a 5-star review. Again, please respect Justin's privacy in regards to his relationship with Kanye. He's not ready to speak about it. Respect Anna and the fact that she is a little bit older and doesn't know people's names. And respect me for talking over everybody, because I try my best not to, but it's just what happens. So,
And
We
thank
also
you,
have to-
Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you,
I was gonna say
Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce.
thank you, Beyonce.
Very important.
All right.
Yeah.